morning. I'm Mikhailenko, CSCS, and this morning we're going to work on the anterior chain, chest, shoulders, and we're going to use some different equipment. A lot of us are going to start out our chest day with some sort of bench press, whether that be with dumbbells, barbell, or a chest press in a machine. I have two pieces of equipment I can use for a chest press. I don't have any dumbbells or any matching kettlebells, but I do have a 20-pound medicine ball, so I can press up. I can add crunches to that. Okay, so I'm gonna press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a variation of that with the crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And another exercise I can do with this medicine ball one here would be a pullover. So I can start back here and simply come up, 2, 3, 4. Remember to start with at least 8. Okay, or I can take a pullover, sit up with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 different exercises with one piece of equipment. 2 to target the chest very specifically, and 2 that just target the whole anterior chain, including the chest, of course. So I also have a barbell, and I can also take that to the floor, move a little bit away from the wall, and again, 2. So I don't have much weight. 5, 6, 7, 8. So what I can do to increase the intensity is come down and do that partial range of motion we talked about. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The nice thing about working on the floor like that is that the floor becomes supportive of proper posture and placement for your spine to maintain that really nice neutral spine. So whenever you're on the floor, first start by trying to get all of your sacrum, all of the space between the scapula, and sucking in your, what I would call to my clients, your belly button into your spine, so that everything is against that floor. You have really neutral posture. You have a proper abdominal pressure to support those spine, and you can get a really nice workout using the floor instead of a bench and some limited equipment. So another exercise that we really is common to follow up with some sort of chest press would be flies of some sort. Again, if you have dumbbells, if you have a bench, you know, you can come out, so many variations of that. But I don't, and again, I don't have matching dumbbells or kettlebells. What I do have is a band. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna come forward, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So of course you want to do higher repetitions if you have lower weights. You want to do partial range of motion with those things to increase the intensity and maybe stimulate some hypertrophy and some muscle endurance. Of course you can do that on the floor as well. The main exercise we really have available to us, no matter what, is going to be push-ups. So you can do push-ups, diamond push-ups, get a little bit more of the triceps involved. You can come up into a pike, get a little bit more of the shoulders involved. Wide, you're going to get a little bit more of the laterals involved. And then of course our traditional push-ups, which are just core stability, the obliques, laterals, everything is involved. Which isn't to say in all push-ups they aren't. It's just we're getting a little bit more stimulus by changing the positions. So coming up here is what I mean. I'm going to try to drop the heels. So the crown of my head is going towards the floor. And this is gonna put a little bit more work into the shoulders. Now if I drop and I come down, a little bit more in the triceps. Open up. The elbow's gonna go out. I feel a little bit serratus anterior. And then of course, traditional. Now I can also just hover and hold like a plank, which kind of gets us into the second most bountiful exercise we have for variations. Planks. We can do planks so many different ways. You have your high plank, right? We can add in shoulder touches here. We can do side planks, either repeating one side or alternating. We also can come down onto our forearms. Hold, hold, hold. I like to use the Bosu ball and do rear lifts, heel up. So this is a different musculature stimulation. If I alternate and I have to keep on balancing, rebalancing, or if I just do one side. So one's gonna hit a little bit more endurance, one might hit a little bit more of your reaction. So those are all options we have for just planks. Recently though, in my workouts, I've been doing one-armed, where I take one hand onto a ball, putting more weight into one side of my body. Oh my gosh, so it's so good. That was a lot of demonstrations. That was one big set for me. Anyway, so you have all these options for chest press, for pectoral flies. Of course, a million ways to target your chest muscles doing push-ups, planks for the whole anterior, just like the pullovers, hits that rectus abdominis, big abdominal muscles. So again, now let's think about presses. It's where we usually go to for our shoulders. We can do this with single arm. Again, if you have matching weights, you can do bilateral, alternating with unilateral. Okay. I have, of course, a barbell. I'm going to go out of frame here, but if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can do a squat and press, squat, lift, just to stay in frame, and press. But of course, that's one motion. Squat, press. And of course, you want to switch sides. Two, three, four. Okay? Another version of that would be to take a band, anchor with your body, thumbs in, up, and press. So down, I'll show you, stay up, press. Okay? 2, 3, 4. Of course, if you have dumbbells, you can do some Arnold presses and up. You can alternate your chest press with positions, starting palm out and down. Let's say I was on my back. And again, you can just hold a tennis ball or any a baseball, whatever you have in the house, in your garage. That will make a concentric contraction, and that's gonna add some resistance to what you're doing beyond your own body weight, especially if you've been trying to do something every day since we all got sent to our rooms and you're getting kind of used to it. Of course, we have our front raises and our lateral raises. So again, you can do bilateral if you have 2 weights. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front raises. 2, 3, 4. And then also for these lateral raises, I like to use the band. So I'm here, and I'm gonna come across. 2, 3, 4, and of course, switch. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Good. So really, if you go through in your chest and you do 3 exercises for the chest, so let's say I can do my barbell, I can maybe prop myself up by rolling my mat up or leaning against my Bosu, and I'm doing an incline chest press. I grab my band. Now I have a pectoral fly. So maybe then I take a thinner band. I go into a traditional push-up and I push against the push-up, bringing in the anterior serratus, getting myself strong and stable for other exercises. Then let's say we go to some planks. Hold those for durations of 30 to 45 to 60 seconds, depending on your previous training status. And then do some accessory work in the shoulders and the delts. And you would have yourself a real good workout. Remember to keep it between 8 and 12 exercises. Drink water, especially if the house gets warm for you, if the air conditioning isn't always going.